Good morning, everyone. HearShe. Come gather round, share, and speak freely, for this is the greatest power to defeat this trans tyranny. I'm going to be straight. First off, thank you, Amber. What an amazing speech. I didn't get to hear it all, but wow, just incredible. I hope to hear so much more from you. So I'm going to be straight. As Kelly J. Keene says, the house is on fire and the children are inside. We must not give up. We must not lose hope. Our girls and all women need each of us. We must give no quarter. We are worthy. We deserve better. First, I am grateful for Women's Declaration International for creating an erudite channel and space for respite and renewal for us weary women warriors. WDI educates us, allows for conversation, reminds us we are sane and on the right side of this fight. And we get to make new friends. I'm grateful for all of you. This is for the moms. If you're listening, you're in the right place, and we are glad you are here. You must find one friend to hold you up and know that you have the courage to fight. You are not alone. There are many metaphors apropos for the trans agenda. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining is apt. This is the swiftest global capture in history. It may seem hard to believe, but we are still in the preventative stage of the trans global mass psychosis. It will get worse if we don't stop it. We must use all of our powers, of which you have heard much of today. I hope you feel strong. If the women of the West don't speak out and take action, how can women do so in the more oppressive regions of the world? Democracy also needs an informed citizenry, and that's definitely up to us. Today, on the oppressor's side, it is the self-proclaimed Trans Day of Vengeance. Yep, all love and kindness there. Let the bullies show their true colors, as they did in New Zealand. Send it to the presses, put it on brochures, speak. This is the moment. Let's not let trans get any further. For this fight, we need greater awareness, many more fighters. We must not back down. The world is peaking. Personally, when trans haunted my home, I took it on as the same level as any other threat to my child. I went the full opposite of the TikTok trans housing mom. Life stopped. I became laser focused. Any strike on the female body is misogyny. Who is asking you to dismantle your healthy body? FGM is the same by any other name. I learned the signs of cults, and this trans is a cult. No, we get one body, hard line. You can see my other talk on WDI for more information. I was able to deprogram her, and she is very well. We live every day as moms for the future of our children. If it was just about making them happy today, oh, how lovely that would be, but it's not. The focus is for tomorrow. Heroin can make people feel happy today, not so much for tomorrow. Testosterone gives a high. It's a controlled substance after all. Hormonal damage is permanent. Your brain doesn't just heal or restart. IQ and brain damage is also part of this trans metamorphosis promise of greatness. Step right up. Choose man-made transing FGM instead of natural puberty. Don't be left behind in the old ways. Evolve. Trust us. Like that picture of the surgeon here holding buckets of breast tissue as a Christmas gift. Shame on trans. If a child now chooses puberty, they are choosing cis, instantly classified into the oppressor, an outsider. This is why they are pushing so young to plant the seed and using puberty as a hard break for decision making. Puberty is not pathology. Our girls deserve better, much better choices than a Barbie doll or sold for parts. So what can we do? Let's get rid of these three pushers shown in this graphic. They are in your schools. Trans want to destroy your child. Trans is writing the check that our children's bodies are supposed to cash. Use images to fight, they make an impact. Join us at Gmail, HearSheHearShe, for anonymous, safe actions from home. We can all take action. Preventative is always better than curative. Point out, what freedoms do we lose when we gain a disability? Travel, comfort, scuba diving? What about addictions? Daily medical reliance. Opioids are used for trans too. If the veterinarian took off your pet's legs because the vet said it'll make her so happy, would we accept that? Are colostomy bags cool and give you freedom? We must speak the truth. Conscience over conformity. Ignorance is not an option. Us, the parents, are on the front lines. The women are fighting. We must join. Ask yourself about that elder man with so-called gender dysphoria, actually an AGP. How was your pretend oppression and trans genocide alleviated by the dismemberment of my daughter? No. How is it alleviated by being in women's change rooms or naked around children at the YMCA or stealing awards and medals and scholarships? Cheating? No. I'm not buying it. We've been had. This is grooming, access, opportunity, destruction of laws and rights. They call our children eggs to be cracked. We must use the term, check yourself before you wreck yourself. It is becoming a crime to put your child's wellness before this ideology. We need to make the lawsuits and get the press on it. Our girls are worthy. We used to know that older men and younger girls shouldn't be together in support groups or glitter families. This danger has not changed just because they wear a dress. Someone who wants you to destroy your body or demands tears over pronouns is not your friend. Trans is not kind, it is not LGB. Male violence and predators exist. Until that scourge is ended, we must be firm. Child and women trafficking is also a huge money maker. We must vote with every dollar and your attention online. The Amicon monopoly bans the book speaking out on the dangers of trans FGM and trans ideology. There is big money in the trans industrial complex. One girl can charge $1 million by the age of 22 and almost died 4 times. These sex reassignment surgery, there's actually a market called the sex reassignment surgery market, expected to grow 12% year over year, and states that the average age of onset of gender dysphoria is 7 years old. People are investing and literally making money betting on our child's dismemberment. Know what your banks and your investments are doing and donate to help women who are actually saving women. The trans hammer is making everyone into a nail. The man-made trans solution is making the problem. Trans TikTok, moms, you gotta know it. It's the destruction of our next generation. China owns TikTok, and influencers are paid by the billionaires of the medical industry. TikTok is manipulating your child's mind using facial recognition and behavioral researchers to look at the data. TikTok can know if your teen is gay by how their eyes linger and their pupils change while staring at an image. TikTok can know before your teen does. The law, know it and use it. I get how that sounds being an American. But if enough complaints are filed and videos are given and lawsuits are created, the police will have to show up. The press also needs to be pressured. University hormones are handed out like candy. They are in pill and gel form now. All primary schools can trans your kid without even telling you. No queer theory. We must make it cool to be a woman again. All that we can do, all that make nature beautiful, how we're connected, the beautiful part of birth in our lives. Don't let the horror stories get a hold of them. Let it be known, being a woman is not a choice. Make our periods a superpower. Men cannot opt into oppression. A fetish is not a disability. I even expect trans to have their own parking spaces soon. Although those heels are horrific. When we put a fence around our hen houses on the farm, we do not call them foxphobic. Because I said so is not a valid argument. Being offended is not a valid argument. Stick with sex, not gender. The concept of gender is lost. The identity word in gender identity is already being dropped. In law, it is sex. Do not be gaslit. The sky is still blue, not purple. In law, words still matter. Use them wisely. Never use trans rhetoric. Say the truth. For conversation starters, I act like I just found out. Make others defend the trans. I'll say something like, do you know mastectomies for 13-year-olds is happening? No, here in California. Do you know women are caged with men in their prison cells? Yes, it's happening. Do you know we're sterilizing autistic children? No, all over the world. There are many questions set up like that. Make them come to the idea, wait, are you talking about trans? And then they're in the position to have to defend it. Why is trans what we have in common with Iran? We used to think homophobia was bad. Watch Exulansic's incredible work. It is like watching the horror of the book The Giving Tree on girls' bodies. Thankfully, she can pivot with humor, empathy, science, and the necessary brutal truth. Orwell and Huxley were meant to be warnings, not playbooks. Trans are not about civil rights. Trans take our rights. Do not obey. Cognitive dissonance hurts, and it hurts to watch others experience it. They may have to work through it. It may take some time. Ask them, why is it you're so upset? We're just having a conversation. These are only words, ideas, and understanding. If a teen girl is reduced to tears over a pronoun or a dead name, that indicates she is not stable, strong, capable woman for the future. Dead name is cult lingo to remove the child from the family ties, to be reborn. Our girls deserve to be stronger than this. We want more for them. The trans end game. If the oldest fact of humanity, like woman, man, child, can fall, all facts can fall. Rights and laws are just being destroyed, leaving men yet again with all the rights and laws. If the West does this, the rest of the world will gladly follow. What else is decided and protected in law by biology? Childhood, the elderly, disability, pregnancy, disease. If our biggest fact of humanity can fall, words have no meaning. One body, two sexes, no third gamete. It is the US who stands up. It is us who stand up for the right for our children to grow up, be healthy, intact, and love who they wish. That gives true freedom and protects our rights. It's time to gather and rally around again. Fists up, women's circle, and the children are in the middle. A main way that we've survived this long. Keep speaking, be brave, and come back to WDI. We are here for you. Thanks for listening. With wishes of strength, Shannon, Mama Turf.